Guys, today we got the Jordan 1 Virgil Abloh collab dropping sooner than we thought. Travis Scott Jordans broke a world record. And sneaker reselling has officially gone too far. Welcome to Sneaky Sunday. Let me know how you guys been doing. What have you been picking up? Obviously, we focused on Black Friday on Wednesday. So let me know if you grabbed any of these releases. These were some of the biggest ones. New Balance 204 Pink Taffy. The New Balance Protection Pack I feel like drops every freaking month. Fans going crazy in terms of hype right now. The pearlized old school pack dropped. The Shadow Jordan 10s dropped on the 19th. Let me know if you picked those up. Your Mom and Your Jordan 6 built for this. That's what the new collection is called. I don't know. I wonder how many people actually went for these. The City pack of the Jordan 12s dropped. Let me know which one you grabbed, if any. And then the Kobe 9 China. They dropped yesterday for $190. Also, if you were insanely lucky and based in Seoul, Korea, they dropped, well, Adidas did a little pop-up with Pharrell on the Jellyfish sneaker where they did, I think they dropped this black pair. They continue to make this just insanely limited, but yeah, they had a little pop-up where you could go in and enter. I believe this was on the 21st and the 22nd. I mean, props to them for making this insanely cool, like arcade theme type of pop-up, which I think was really cool. But yeah, just the black pair was available. I think they had a couple other colors on show, but let me know if you were like the handful of people that possibly could have got your hands on these. Go Black Friday is officially underway. They've had, I think, 2 days of drops. I'm not entirely sure if there was anything that great, but there is a decent amount of cool stuff upcoming. Like, I know you can only really see it on the app. You can see like day 3, day 4. I think some of the biggest ones like today, they're doing Fragment Jordan 1s for free. Day 4 also has some gems in there, like sneakers for retail and stuff like that. I always thought, like, you know, I've never really got anything good from Go Black Friday, but some people have. Like, they've even messaged me like, yo, this is crazy. So I think it's definitely worth entering in, or at least seeing their schedule and seeing if there's anything that's good value or if you like it. On November the 27th, they're going to be dropping these, the Oregon Ducks and Nike collaboration. There's 2 different colorways of the Air Force One. This one is really cool. I like the white one, but then they've also got a tan one that's going to be dropping as well. That is only literally through GOAT's Black Friday thing. So you have to enter the drop. I assume they're going to be insanely limited. Some people like them, some people don't. I mean, I think that they're really cool. Like, I like the colorway of this one, and also just that all of the little details are really nice as well. That's the secondary colorway, which, yeah, it's just not really my thing. It's just the all over suede doesn't really do it for me, just the general colorway as well. But yeah, both insanely limited, and again dropping November the 27th. All right, we gotta talk about this one. Travis Scott breaking a world record on the Fragment release. So this just came in where 4.4 million entries were, I guess, determined that people went for this pair of shoes. So previously they made a big deal about the reverse mochas being, they had 3.8 million entries. Now that was through the Nike sneakers app. So this one just seems a little bit like a little bit of a marketing thing to me. Like, if I'm honest, I can definitely see the reverse mochas having an insane amount of demand, because to this day it's still like one of the most loved colorways. You see like a lot of non-sneakerheads rocking this pair of shoes. Like, it's just generally speaking one of the most recognizable Travis Scott pairs. But this Fragment one is a little bit strange. It was exclusively available through Travis Scott's website, which was US only. So you're gonna tell me the US only release just on Travis Scott's website does more entries than the reverse mochas, which had a Travis Scott release and a Nike sneakers app release? I don't know, but to me it kind of feels like they might be counting most of those bot orders that went through. Now, nevertheless, it's still like, I mean, what are we talking about here? It's still like one of the most in-demand shoes, and I think that's just because it kind of combines people who kind of want it, but also the insane amount of people who wanted to resell it, because you can like 10x the money that you spent on it. I don't know about that. Let me know if you guys believe that, or do you think they're counting bot orders, because we know for a fact there was a ton of those. If you're a big Stranger Things fan, Nike has teamed up with them to drop a ton of different sneaker models. They even got Converse involved for this one. So this collection includes 5 pairs, and it's all dropping December the 4th. Now, this is obviously a little bit of promo for Stranger Things 5, I believe, from Nike, but yeah, here are the different 5 models that you can get. First one is an Air Max 187, the Steve Harrington pair. Then we got the Nike Field General High, which I don't think I've seen this model before. I've seen the lows, but the high is actually kind of cool. Almost looks a little bit like a boxing shoe. Then we got an LD 1000, bright purple and yellow. This pair of Chuck Taylors, which is actually pretty dope. I like the theme around this and just the general colorway as well. And then we got a Converse Weapon in another really nice colorway. All of these are going to be dropping December the 4th. Let me know if you're going to be picking any of them up. They've all loaded up to the Nike sneakers app as well, so you can in, have a look at them there. December the 2nd, though, we're going to be getting one of the more anticipated sneakers for this year. I think they were just delayed a little bit, and that is the SoleFly Air Jordan 3 Fruits of Our Labor. So we've been speaking about this pair for a little while now. $225 retail, really nice details as well, like the colorway, like everything about this one. So we're not going to spend too much time, but just a little reminder that these are going to be dropping. They're already available through SoleFly's EQL raffle, which is open now. So just head over to their website if you want to check that out. I believe it's pretty expensive, actually. It's like a $10 fee to enter, but they should also be dropping through the Nike sneakers app as well. December the 1st, we're kind of going backwards in release dates over here, but the Air Jordan 1 High OG Sale University Red is dropping December the 1st. Retail price, a whopping $185. Man, Jordan 1s have just gotten so expensive. It's actually insane. Either way, for the most part, this is a really, really nice colorway, and I do also like the details on it because there's a few different change-ups from your standard Jordan 1. So first of all, materials just look really nice. Colorway also bang on. You also get a cool little new addition to this pair with a mini Jumpman logo embroidered into the toe box, which is kind of cool, but I do think they are going to end up sitting on shelves, potentially even go to outlets. Some 2026 news. This one's pretty interesting. Awake New York is going to be dropping a Jordan 6 collection, which I believe they announced themselves way in advance. So this is expected to drop fall 2026, and there's going to be two different colorways, which they announced through color codes. We got Playful Pink, Infrared, 23 Shy Pink. I'm not going to read it all up. Basically, these two, which have been mocked up already. Now, we're not entirely sure if they're going to do something like this with a big A like they did for the Jordan 5s. It could be cool if they did do that, because I loved that on the Jordan 5s. It worked really well. Not entirely sure if it's going to work on the 6s too. Like, these mock-ups look a little bit strange, so we'll have to see. But after how impressed I was with the Jordan 5, I'm looking forward to these, and they should be dropping next year, 2026. As soon as we get any more info on this, I'll let you guys know. We've got some more detailed looks at the Air Jordan 4 Flight Club, one of the more anticipated drops that is kind of right around the corner at this point. January the 17th, these are going to be dropping. These are the official images, looking real nice in terms of colorway. The stitching around the toe box is a little bit strange, but I feel like I'll get used to that. Overall, I'm really, really liking this pair. I definitely want to get my hands on it. I think it's just such a clean pair of Jordan 4s. I'm also interested in the whole presentation of them and the story behind them, because it plays into that Flight Club theme, which I think is a pretty cool idea. Pharrell and Louis Vuitton are doing a collaboration on Timberlands, which cost $82,000, bruh. Someone tell me why Pharrell loves to make expensive shit. I mean, at the end of the day, why not? Like, obviously, this is not something for me, but yes, the Louis Vuitton Timbs is gonna be for some person who loves to flex expensive stuff online, and this looks perfect for that. I mean, whoever this person is already got him on foot. This might be Pharrell himself, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I mean, $82K for a pair of shoes is just insane. What I could do with $82K is crazy, but I mean, I gotta say, they do look pretty cool. Obviously, they've got the LV print all over them, so they're very flashy. They've got freaking gold-plated eyelets and a Louis Vuitton logo on the tongue. Yeah, just what an insane pair of shoes. They come in this box, which, yeah, too right. I mean, $82K, I better get a freaking butler handing me these things with white gloves on. Now, there is only 50 pairs in existence, and all of them are numbered. This is number 15 of 50, and they're made in Italy. So, you know, that just makes everything, that makes the price justified, right? Full 2026, we're going to be getting this real clean pair of Jordan 5s, the Black University Blue. Basically the Awake New Yorks, but just without the A in the middle. Here are the first, like, kind of in-hand shots that we've seen of these things. It's, yeah, I mean, not bad at all. It's not amazing. I don't think it's anything like people are gonna go nuts for, but it's a really nice, clean pair of 5s. Now, obviously, this is a retro of the 2006 pair, but I can't really tell if there's many changes. Like, maybe this midsole is a little bit less blue or something, or maybe this is all aged out. So it's either just going to be a, like, true retro where they try and make it as accurate as possible, or it's going to be part of the Reimagined series and they switch some things up, but by the looks of it, it looks pretty much identical to the originals. Adidas is creating a pretty flawless pair of AE2s for Chinese New Year. Look at these things. Man, I'm telling you, they're just getting cooler and cooler in terms of colorways. I mean, I just recently picked up the black and white pair, and that one I love. I'd still take that one over this, but this is a really aesthetically pleasing pair of shoes. Maybe not as wearable as the first one, but the silver accents, the light blue, it just hits. Look at these these details, man. What a pair of sneakers. I really, really like the AE2. Let me know if you guys have tried it out yet, or are you waiting for the perfect colorway? Either way, this pair should be dropping mid-February and March 2026, sometime in between there. So, yeah, a little bit of a wait on this one. It has just been confirmed that Jordan Brand is bringing back the Jordan Face Box in 2026. So, the Face Box, as you guys know, ran from, I think, 2001 to 2005 or something like that. We recently kind of saw it on the Rare Airs. I think the 3s had it. I'm not entirely sure exactly which ones they're talking about. Obviously, the Bugs Bunny 8 maybe. But it's definitely been confirmed that they're going to be bringing back on multiple different retros. We got a little in-hand look at another colorway of the Fragment Union Air Jordan 1 High, or I guess we have kind of looked at this before, but this is the in-hand shots of these things. This is the Sport Royal one, so as we know, they're dropping 3. There's the black and white one, which, you know, I'm not really after those. Then there's the Fragment and like kind of the red one on top. I think it's the band colorway. That one I think is a priority, but this one also extremely clean. You get like the Fragment colors on the bottom and then the lighter shade on the top. These are going to be dropping relatively soon. It's like a spring 2026 release, so kind of right around the corner, but let me know what you think about these. But I think the one that's going to absolutely break the internet is definitely the Virgil Abloh Jordan 1s, or the Alaskas, or the Off-White Jordan 1, which they've now changed to the Virgil Abloh Archive Jordan 1. So here we have a look at them on foot, as well as some more release details of these things. So these were supposed to drop in December, so literally next month. They got pushed to an early 2026 drop, which should be February, maybe March, but it's definitely going to be happening springtime, which is only a few months away. Now, another update is the retail price. We now know that they're going to retail for $195. Originally, back in 2020, they were $190, so a $5 bump, not the worst. And apparently, it's only dropping in the US and the EU, which I guess makes it better than the last one, which only dropped in the EU. But yeah, take a look at some of these detailed shots. They are looking beautiful, man. I really, really like these, especially like the light blue tint that they have. I think over time that kind of dies down, gets a little bit more yellow, but whew, what a pair of shoes. I just know people are going to be going absolutely crazy for these. I wonder if it's going to be up there with like the Travis Scott Jordan 1 Fragment hype, if, you know, people really do go out there to, I wonder if these break a record for entries. I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see, but the release isn't too far away. All I know is that this is a must-have. I mean, I don't know, it's not a must-have if I have to spend thousands. It's a must-try, let's put it that way. Let me know what you think about these things down in the comment section, and are you going to be going for them, if that's even a question. We just got some new info that Nike is going to be collaborating with Corteiz on a pair, or actually 3 pairs of Nike Shox, which I'm pretty interested in, I'm not gonna lie. I personally really like the Shox model, and it would be very interesting to see what Corteiz does to it. Now, I feel like it's something that should have dropped this year, but it's dropping fall 2026. So these are the 3 colorways that are going to be dropping along with their style codes. We're getting like a red metallic silver, a black university red, all kind of the same color codes actually, what the hell? But just know it's something like this pair, the silver, black, and red one, which is a really, really nice colorway. So yeah, either way, they're going to be doing something along the lines of this next year. We don't have an image of it, but just some early information. Let me know what you think about this. And in more devastating news, this is a pretty crazy story. Sally Sneakers, who is a content creator on Instagram, I think. I didn't know of her before this situation, but she just had her entire sneaker collection stolen. So I'm not entirely sure on all of the specifics, but if you look at her profile, like, she has an absolutely insane sneaker collection of just tons and tons of different Jordans, and I guess like some of them are absolute grails. Like, even just looking at this shot over here, you could see like she's got the freaking Tom Sachs, she's got the Safari Air Maxes, reverse mochas, the olives, freaking Ben and Jerry's over here, the Dunks, Fragment Travis Scott's, like an absolutely incredible collection, which probably has taken her like a decade to build up, like so, and just an actual fortune. So what basically happened was that she's located, I believe, in Denmark, and she stored her shoes in a storage facility. This one over here, a storage unit. I think they literally cleaned her out. Like, they stole everything. So she's kind of like asking people to keep their eyes out for any of these shoes between sizes 36 and 38, which is like EU sizes. How are people supposed to look out for that? It's like, you know, There's a lot of other shoes on the market within that size range, but this is just such a, like, okay, this is a devastating freaking story. Imagine you spent this amount of money and this amount of time to get some of these shoes that probably when she got them were a lot more affordable than they are now, all just freaking stolen. Like, that is crushing. Here's videos of all of them in the storage unit. I hope it wasn't her entire collection and she had some at home. I don't know why they were all in a storage unit, but my heart goes out to her, because if this happened to me, I would be crushed. I wouldn't even know what to do. But let's talk about freaking StockX and how they've just taken sneaker reselling to a point where I think it's just gone too far. You can now gamble on sneakers and freaking Labubus. So basically what's happened is StockX has partnered with a platform called Kalshi, which is basically, they call it a prediction market, but it's basically a gambling website. This is where you can make bets on some of the most random stuff, like will Trump release any of the Epstein files, the next US presidential election winner, and you can put money on that. And now that StockX and Kalshi have partnered, they've now got these gambles up where you can literally gamble on the price of Labubus. For example, this one over here. You can make a bet on the average sales price on StockX of a freaking Labubu, this blind box over here. And you can see people are making these trades, and it's like a stock market. Some of the other bets are on the average sales price of the Jordan 4 Black Cat, the average sales price of a Supreme box logo hoodie. Now, why I think this is so crazy is, for one, it's literally gambling on the price of sneakers. And I think gambling at this point, which is a much broader story, has just taken over so many different industries. You have like fitness content creators promoting different forms of gambling, and it's become so accessible to like kids or people who are going through like, we're gambling on sneakers. In this economy, it just sounds freaking crazy to me. Some people have said like this is a hedge for, so StockX to kind of move into a little bit of a different direction, kind of focus on their value in terms of data, which, obviously they're like the leaders in treating the whole sneaker game as like a stock market. They've got a lot of the sales data. That's where everybody goes to look at the prices of sneakers. So they're kind of like hedging, kind of prioritizing that instead of just strictly resale, because as we know, the sneaker market has been collapsing in terms of the sneaker resale market, which obviously is a great thing for everyone except for sneaker resellers. And I bet StockX is feeling a lot of that, where, sneakers, they're not making much money on every transaction like they used to be. So is this kind of a move to kind of hedge and kind of focus a little bit more on their data aspect rather than just strictly buying and selling shoes? I don't know, but to me, gambling on sneakers is just insane. And it's definitely, people were already treating sneakers kind of gambling on those, like making huge investments, like buying up a bunch of freaking Jordan 4s and then selling them 10 years down the line to make a bunch of money. And it's like, that's almost a gamble, but now it's like officially we're gambling on sneakers. Right, speaking of sneaker reselling, as you guys know, I've become a little bit of a sneaker reseller myself. And yes, I'm going to remind you guys that Sneaky HQ is going live today. So if you didn't know, again, this is just me uploading or clearing out my closet. I got a big project coming up where I need more space and less stuff. Haven't announced that yet. I will in the future, but there's going to be some pretty insane stuff on Sneaky HQ, part of like, my closet, some of my other sneakers, and there's going to be some insane deals. So if you want to take part, if you want to see what's up there, if you're interested in anything, you can sign up to the emailing list where you will get some exclusive discounts. I kind of email some people on there, but also the stuff on the website is going to be heavily discounted anyway. Either way, it's going live in 8 hours, 37 minutes. So 6 p.m. GMT, that's when it's going live. So hopefully you're seeing this before, and if you want anything, check it out. Oh, and also, you know what? Here's 5 discount codes. I'm gonna leave them up on the screen. There you go. Some of those codes are freaking insane. You guys are gonna make me go bankrupt. But you guys know what time it is. It is time to get into sneaky ratings, which, if you didn't know, is where we rate stuff. Sometimes it's your outfit, sometimes it's what's on feet. Today, it's what your latest pickup is. We're gonna see what people have been buying, and I'm going to rate it. Great, we're starting this off diabolical. We got a pair of freaking, what even are these? Like tabby Vans? This is insane. Igor said, still waiting for him to come in. What is that? What even is this? The colorway is crazy too. I gotta give you a -1 for these things. That is diabolically down bad. We got Tony flexing on us. Already got the pink laces on the fragments. Damn, man. Did you get them for retail? Please tell me you got them for retail and you didn't buy them for resale price, because I think the resale price is like over 2K at this point. Either way, I gotta be honest, they're looking real clean with the pink laces. That's a solid 8.5 out of 10, or 9 if you got them for retail. Hey, Aaron got exclusive access on the black cats. That's really cool. I think exclusive access went out a couple days ago. Let me know if you hit, but yeah, that's a decent W. You can kind of feel them out, see if the squeak is something that really pisses you off or not. But it's a solid pair of 4s. Not gonna lie, I'm giving you an 8 out of 10. We got Sir Stevie B with the Chicago lows on. You know what? You get a straight 9.5. I think this is one of the best pickups right now. You can find them for retail. Absolutely beautiful pair of Jordan 1s. They got everything they nailed on it. Like, there's nothing to be mad at with this pair of Chicagos. The material is decent. The larger Nike swoosh looks beautiful. The extra pair of white laces, you could just look fresh immediately. 9.5 out of 10. Man, I wish some of you included the prices that you paid, because some of them, it's like, if you picked up freaking Travis Scott's and then paid resale, it's like, I'm not gonna rate it that high. But if you got a steal, like, that's pretty dope. Next time, include prices. We got Heiko with the black and silver V5 runners. I literally picked up this pair maybe a couple weeks back. Phenomenal, great, and I bet you got a Black Friday deal on these things as well. So it's he probably spent like $60 on them. That's an 8.5 out of 10. Hugo got his YS01, the Yeezys, the $20 Yeezy slides. His pair came with like cardboard inserts, which freaking mine didn't come with that. Mine came crushed up. I had to hair dry them creases out. But yeah, I mean, for $20, this is actually insane value. 9 out of 10. H. George with the freaking the claymation shoes from Bravest. Honestly, this is sick. This is so funny. I really want to know what they look like on foot. You have to post a picture. Next week, whatever rating we do, please post a picture of these things on foot. I have to see it. Either way, these things look crazy. I gotta give you an 8 out of 10 for them. Sonny picked up the Fear of God hikers. I really, really like this pair of shoes. And because you can get them so discounted now, it's like an actual steal, especially now that it's like full winter. I've got the tan pair. I've had the black pair. I think I got rid of them though, because I don't need 2, but serious pickup, 8.5. But there you go. That is all the ratings we're gonna do. Don't forget to take part in this next week, and remember to actually send photos. Some people are just putting in text, but I can't screenshot that and put it on the screen. So yeah, send photos next time. But that is it. Again, we do this every single Sunday, so subscribe to the channel to make sure you always stay up to date. And of course, like always, I'm gonna throw up another video in the top left-hand corner. Check it out.